getting to God, right?
Mhm.
You could do so much things on this earth. If you don't do nothing for God, hey, all that is nothing. That goes poof,
Yeah. All
poof,
the
nothing.
I mean the book of Ecclesiastes. This where Solomon was like, "Yo, everything you're doing is vanity." And
Mm-hmm.
when I was young, this is funny. When I was younger, read the Bible. Read my Bible. It was so boring to me. The Bible is just like, although I loved reading, then I really love. I was in Farm 2 or Farm 3. I liked reading then, right? But when I open the Bible, it's like, who's this? I think this. I'm going on a tangent a little bit. I think in order to read the Bible, you have to have questions when you're going to read it.
Right,
You have
that's
to
true.
you have to want to know how to live a Christian life. If you have no interest in how to live a Christian life, you shouldn't read the Bible. Or if you're trying to find truth,
Mm-hmm.
but you can't just pick up a book. You can't pick up a book and you're interested in it.
Yeah,
With any
that's true.
book.
That's true.
If people talking about is for example, if people talking about astrophysics and so, you think I read a book on astrophysics? I
Well,
don't care about astrophysics. But if I was a physicist, if I were a physicist, then I would read.
exactly.
Same with, and that's one of the reasons why I even read the Bible, because part of it is self improvement, and the major part, since I'm a Christian, I want to know how to live a Christian life. I have to read the Bible. I have to know Christian principles and how to maneuver certain situations. As a Christian, there's a certain way you have to handle certain situations as a Christian. So that's why I go to the Bible to read it. But I digress. I was talking about Solomon speaking on the fact that everything that you earn on earth, he said what I think it's chapter 4. He was talking about being so wealthy, but he was sorrowful because of it.
Mm-hmm.
He was sorrowful, and the reason why was because he said, "You earn so much, you work so hard, just to die and leave all that
Yeah.
money to somebody
Somebody else
else
to
who
spend it.
who might not be
Work.
able to even manage the money." So what was it? What
What
was
was
it
it all worth?
for? What was it for? So
Mm-hmm.
material wealth, in it's good to have wealth. In the Bible, it also speaks of that. I think in the same chapter I read, in the chapter that I read today, he was talking about it's good to enjoy your wealth when you're on earth. That's God's
Mm-hmm.
gift to you. Enjoy the money that while you have it, but don't chase after it. A man who chases after money will not be happy at the end. And if you chase after money, when you die, he made a statement. You will leave this earth the same way you're born.
Mm-hmm.
Meaning, you came into this earth without possessions and you leave this earth without possessions. What really matters when you leave this earth? What really matters when you leave this earth is relationship with God. You made impact. And we spoke about this
Yeah.
already. You can make impact in this world. You can make an impact in this world. You could change like millions of lives. You could shift the whole culture. But what matters is your soul at the end of it all.
Mm-hmm.
Like, did you have a relationship with God? Was it to suffer forever? You can't even
Can't
fathom what's
even talk
forever.
about
You
this.
can't even fathom what's forever. You understand? So material wealth.
Mind you, we're not preaching to be broke or to be lazy, right?
No.
Because look, the thing is, being a Christian is never easy.
No, easy, massively.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
Right. So I was saying being a Christian is never easy. Never.
What do you mean by that?
When I said
Why
never
you say it's
easy,
not easy?
meaning that okay, so we have the world, right?
Mhm.
And a lot of things it is easy to live the way they were. Meaning that okay, I can make this decision just because I feel is the right thing. I don't care what nobody says the right thing. However, there's a book with all the laws. So it's just like in this world, in this physical world, there are laws to govern this physical body. And there's a book to govern your spiritual body, right? And in it they get decisions you gotta make, right? So I mean they get laws that there are laws that govern both physical and spiritual that is work hand in hand, right? Like general laws like thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not steal, things like
Like
that,
the
right?
basic law.
Yeah, the basic laws, right? Now, for instance, like a lot of times, even I'm guilty about it. Okay, so there's a decision to be made, and sometimes the top of your mind, you're like, hey, I can do this. I'm really concerned. This is why God do. But then after you would have done the action, then you click, shucks. But this is not something that I should be doing if I'm a Christian, because
Yep.
I don't care who. It's not about who looking at me here, but it's who I can see, who looking and paying attention. Because now I go and do this. Sometimes it might be something I do in private, but it's only between probably me and the person on earth. But they guess they still get this
God.
thing,
And
I
he's
still
final.
yeah, and
The
it's
Bible,
like,
the
oh
Bible,
gosh,
the Bible speaks about, or in the Bible it talks about God will make you give an account for every word and action that you do on earth. So I remember the part in the Bible is talking about don't waste your words. But the reason why I got into I had so many thoughts just now. The reason why I really got into Christianity, now we could talk about, it was because of a heartbreak. I think heartbreaks, because I have this idea now, because when you're going through it, you see videos talking about it, and then when in retrospect you can see what they're talking about. When I was going through it, I I needed to figure out when you have when you have a heartbreak, it causes you to reflect. Some people is be sad and be depressed. Yeah,
some people just
but
jumped at another
sometimes
one.
it's question why it didn't work out. Why I could have do better. So now to start a question, a self improvement question, because you're being reflective. Now you're like, all right, why it didn't work out? Maybe you used to lie a lot. Maybe you were selfish. Maybe you were too needy. So all that you have to, maybe you didn't maybe you don't know that you were too needy, but because you're asking why it didn't work, or now it forces you to find the answers in different ways, from videos, from books, and religion. You more oftentimes than now, whenever somebody experiences what's the word? Not breakthrough. What's the opposite of breakthrough? A setback. Whenever somebody experiences a setback, they